Matt Smith here for Sports Talk at the Stadium, presented by the South Carolina Beef Council. I am here at Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home to the Boston College Eagles and Alumni Stadium, where Clemson thrashed the Eagles 41-10 tonight. Of course, if you were able to watch the game, you saw all that Clemson was able to do. They did exactly what they wanted offensively in the first half, piling up over 500 yards by the end of the game. But truly, if you're watching this game and trying to follow along with what's going on in Clemson and in the hopes that they can turn their season around, obviously tonight there was a shadow cast over this game because of the third quarter injury to Cade Klubnik. But I've got some good news, Clemson fans. If you are to believe what Dabo Swinney has to say about Cade Klubnik, he said he's been battling an ankle injury. He rolled that ankle. They took him into the medical tent for precautionary reasons, and Cade Klubnik came out and actually spoke with the media, and everybody seems confident that Cade Klubnik is going to rebound and be a part of Clemson's game against SMU back at Death Valley next week. So that's really the headline. Now, some of the things we want to see from Clemson coming into the ball game is, what does that run game look like? Are they going to get a traditional run game going with Adam Randall, the converted wide receiver? And Coach Swinney loved what he saw tonight. 4 different players scored touchdowns on the ground. Clemson racked up 226 yards in rushing, over 500 yards of total offense. Cade Klubnik had a big first half, throwing to Bryant Wesco Jr. He had a big 38-yard touchdown on a back shoulder fade. He beat a man in coverage for a 50-50 ball, and fantastic play. Workmanlike night from Antonio Williams, and when I say that, I mean that as a real compliment. He was carrying the football. They were using him in different parts of the formation, and Antonio Williams was just making tough grabs, making plays in the open field, and doing what his team needed him to do. So when I say workmanlike, I mean that as a high compliment. Antonio Williams giving this team just what it needed. Defensively, Coach Swinney was very excited about what his team did defensively, holding Boston College to 221 total yards, 7 tackles for loss for this Clemson defense, 5 sacks, so they were able to get after the quarterback. He thought, Dabo Swinney thought that this Boston College offensive line would be the best one that they had seen all season, and he was really happy with the performance of that defense, holding Boston College to 10 points. BC was moving the ball up and down a bit in the first half, but Coach Allen and the defense, they made their adjustments. So a lot of good things. So if Cade Klubnik indeed is going to be able to bounce back from that ankle injury that he suffered in the third quarter, then a lot of good vibes coming out of this ball game. I asked Coach Swinney in the press conference. You can hear that audio at SportsTalkSC.com. I asked Coach Swinney what he thought of the running backs and kind of that depth chart there. And he said, of course, he has a lot of confidence in Adam Randall, and he didn't see anything negative out of anybody. And pointing out, of course, we'll have to watch the tape, but really liked the way Keith Adams ran hard. Really liked what he saw out of the starter, Adam Randall, who really just played limited. He carried the ball quite a bit at the beginning, but was limited to really, I think, 10 carries or less. So they just kind of got Adam Randall going, got him a touchdown in the first half, and then he was out. So a lot of good vibes here for Clemson. And if Cade Klubnik is healthy, this is a relatively healthy team. Braden Jacobs played in Tristan Lee's stead, and Coach Swinney, the way he put it was, I didn't notice Braden Jacobs out there tonight, and that's a good thing. That means he did a good job filling in for Tristan Lee, who had an ankle injury and didn't practice much, so they didn't want to put him back out there and put him in peril. So a lot of good things. Again, I was concerned about Clemson's running game, the traditional running game. Coach Swinney is not. So we'll debate that on Sports Talk. I'll be joining the guys Monday night when I make my way back from Massachusetts. It's beautiful up here, and a lot of Clemson fans made the trip. I'd say a good 30 to 35% of Alumni Stadium tonight were Clemson fans. Coach Swinney said the same thing, said it's a beautiful part of the country, perfect time of year to come, and he was so glad that so many Clemson fans chose to make this their long weekend trip, their road trip to come see the Tigers. They gave Clemson support on the road. Now he wants that same support back next week at Death Valley when Clemson hosts a big one against SMU. So Clemson starting to build momentum now. That's 2 wins in a row. Listen, we don't have to talk about level of competition. We know that North Carolina, Boston College, that is not the upper echelon of college football, and that is what is expected of Clemson. We know that. But this team right now has to put one foot in front of the other. It did that the last 2 weeks, playing really good defensively against North Carolina, really good defensively tonight, especially in the second half against Boston College, and you're seeing growth with this offense, and Cade Klubnik starting to look like himself again the last 2 weeks. Yes, again, albeit against North Carolina and Boston College, two teams I think with a combined 3 wins. Boston College falls to 1-5 now, but you have to start somewhere. And where Clemson started tonight was piling up 500 yards, beating Boston College 41-10 on the road. Let's see what they do next week against SMU. We'll break it down all week. Phil Kornbluth, Chris Bergen, we want you to be a part of it as well. Sports Talk across the state of South Carolina. You can find us on YouTube. You can stream us at sportstalksc.com. And, of course, we have affiliates everywhere. So find us, be a part of the conversation this week as Clemson will welcome SMU. That's it for Matt Smith from Alumni Stadium. That's Sports Talk at the Stadium, presented by the South Carolina Beef Council.